all right. Let's get this thing started. Let's get this thing started. Let's get this party started, right? Hey, dreamers and believers, and welcome to the very first episode of Full Court Dreams, the Underdog's Voice. Oh, it's right on my porch. Okay. My name is Coach Quillens, and I'm going to be your host. And I'm absolutely thrilled that I'm going to be your host, right? And that we'll be able to go on this journey together. All right. Today it's just me and you, though. It's just me and you today. But together we're gonna dive deep into this podcast and what it's all about, right? So this podcast is basically about heart, right? About hustle, about hope that defines the underdog. You know, that underdog, that person that nobody really believes in, but they believe in themselves. They want to prove people wrong. That's that underdog we're talking about. So today I want to start by sharing a story, and not just any story, all right? But the story that inspired this whole podcast. It's about a girl named JJ. Now, JJ wasn't the tallest girl. She wasn't the fastest girl. She wasn't the most skilled girl on a basketball court. I coached a lot of those girls. I coached a lot of girls like JJ. Right? But what they lacked in size, what they lacked in skill, they made up for it in heart. Right? So, JJ, you probably worrying. You're probably thinking, who's JJ, coach? Who is she? And why are we talking about JJ? Right? The reason why we're talking about JJ is because the girls I coach, all of them was like JJ. And I have a book called Full Court Dreams, JJ's journey in basketball and life. Because, you know, as coaches, we try to teach life through basketball, right? Or as a coach of any sport, we try to teach these kids life through the sport, right? But JJ embodies a lot of my girls. Like, a lot of my girls that I have coached were underdogs. They were underdogs. Some of them never really played basketball before. Some of them, where they wanted to play, and nobody would really coach them. But me and my coaching staff, we said, okay, we'll do it. I don't mind teaching basketball. I actually love teaching the game. So we took a bunch of girls, we got them together, and we created something special. All right? And every girl reminded me of JJ. So those girls really inspired me to write this book. And I've been thinking about writing it for a while, and I just finished it in January. All right? But what really put it over the top was this one girl that I had this year that reminds me a lot about JJ. Now, so just like JJ, just like this girl, JJ was, wanted to become a basketball star, right? A dream that many might have dismissed. But JJ ain't dismiss it. She believed in the power of dreams. She showed us that it's not about where you start. It's about where you determined to go, where you're determined to go. That's what it's about, right? So in JJ's journey wasn't easy. Like, trying to become something and working hard at it is never easy. It shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't. Um, Anything that's worth anything is not easy, right? But when you think about basketball, right, is a lot of disappointment. You know, you go play, you miss a lot of shots, lose games, and there's plenty of moments of doubt. But there was always something, right? There's always something. There's always something that helps you get over the top. Something or someone. So that's something that was real crucial in JJ's development was her mentor. JJ met Coach Q, a once legendary coach who saw something in her that others didn't. And their partnership grew. This belief in her potential changed JJ's life and also changed Coach Q's life. Right? Because, again, Coach Q was a legendary coach who, for some reason, stopped coaching and didn't want to do it anymore. Didn't want to do it anymore. Right? But he saw something in JJ that brought him back to life. Right? That made him want to coach again. And what I mean by brought back to life, because this coaching basketball thing is really hard for some of us, right? It's something we love doing, and you know how it is. Like, you really love doing something, you really don't want to give it up, but you do give it up sometimes. And then there's something that reminds you, that brings you back to life, or someone that reminds you on why you did something. And that's what JJ did for Coach Q, right? So JJ's story just wasn't about basketball. It was about life also, and finding joy in the game for both of them, right? Found joy in the game for the both of them. And that, my friends, is what Full Core Dreams, the Underdog voice, is all about. It's about those moments of belief, or pushing through the doubt, and embracing the journey, right? These days, we want everything quick, right? We don't really trust the process. We want it now. The best thing about this life is the journey. The best thing about basketball is the journey. The best thing about anything that you're trying to do in life, and any goal that you're trying to reach in life, is the journey. The journey is what matters. Are you going to fail on your way to where you need to go? Yes, that's part of the journey. And I think that in this day and time, as people, we're scared to fail, right? I think that's what holds a lot of us back from pursuing our dreams, right? Like with this podcast, right? This is my first ever podcast. I never really thought about doing a podcast, but the book inspired me to do one, because I want everybody that's underdogs to have a voice, right? So just in this game that I'm playing right now, this game of podcasts, right? I'm an underdog. But guess what? I'm not going to stop. I'm here. I'm here because you need a voice. The underdog needs a voice. And I want you to share your voice. And again, that's what we're all about. On this podcast, we're all about the underdog. The underdog coming in, sharing their stories, their inspirational stories. Right? Sharing their journey and what they went through in their journey. because this podcast is for everyone who ever had a dream. It's for those who've been overlooked. It's for those who've been counted out, and also it's for those who have been told, you can't do that. You're too small, right? You're too slow, right? Those people that doubted you. This is for you, the underdog, right? This is for you. Here is where you can tell your story and impact other people, right? On this podcast, you will hear stories of resilience, determination, and of the incredible impact that mentorship can have on your life. So let me just tell you a little something about the girl that I coached this year, who really made me decide to finally write this book. And by coincidence, her name is Jay. Her name is Jaden. My daughter's name is Jaden also. But Jaden, this is my first year at Newtown High School, coaching at Newtown High School, right? I coached travel basketball for a while, and the girls that I coached on my travel basketball team also inspired me to write this book. Because again, a lot of them was considered as underdogs, and that's how they seen themselves. Excuse me. That's how they seen themselves. JJ, when I got to Newtown, and we went through tryouts and everything like that, and in the back of my mind, I was like, this girl been here for 4 years. She hustles. She give it her all. Like, she comes, and she has no fear. She's the smallest thing on the court, and she tries. She's not real skilled right now. But again, when I asked people about her, they was like, oh, she been on the team for 4 years. They didn't really give her no playing time. She got a little bit of playing time here and there, but she sat on the bench mostly. And I'm like, and it was like, she's a very good teammate. She never complained about her playing time. She never complained about anything. She came to practice. She kept working hard. She kept trying. And she, was a great teammate. She cheered on all her teammates, no matter what. So I'm like, really? A person like that been on a school team for 4 years, and this was her senior year. To me, I could let her go out like that on her senior year. So one thing I did was took interest in her development that helped her get better than what she was for the past 3 years. And because she was a great teammate, I think if I was there when she was there as a freshman, she'd probably been my starting point guard right now. I really think so. Because by the end of the season, she got better. Shot got better. Oh, she was a heck of a defensive player. One heck of a defensive player. And again, she never complained about her playing time. She never complained about it at all. She got playing time this year. She got some playing time this year, more than she ever got, ever. We were stacked with seniors this year, and she was one of them. But I sent her something, and she sent me something back. And this is what I told her. I said, I just wanted to say thank you for being the best teammate ever, and one of the most coachable players I have ever coached. I hope in some way I was able to help you improve and enjoy your senior year. I really think you're a great person. And because of all your great attributes, you will be successful in anything that you do. I wish you well. Thanks so much, Jaden. And this is what she wrote me back. She said, thank you. You have been the most productive coach I have ever had, who has taught me a lot. And I appreciate you for that. I thank you for the opportunity you gave me to be a part of this team and the lessons I have gained from it. And again, what do as coaches? We mentor and we teach lessons, life lessons, right? I'm also wishing you the best, and hopefully, this is funny because hopefully we didn't crush your coaching spirit that much, because there are other girls like me who needs a coach like you. Now, after the high school season, I was contemplating on if I want to coach travel ball this year. Right? I have a whole lot of young girls and older girls that's like JJ. And when she said there are other girls like me who needs a coach like you, that right there made my decision for me to continue to do what I do. And another reason why I want to start this podcast, because I want to give people like Jaden a voice and to tell their story. So other young ladies, young guys, whoever's listening, even grown-ups can be inspired by this and are not be afraid to live their dreams. So in the episodes to come, we will welcome guests of all walks of life, athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, just everyday heroes. Most of my girls that I coached, some of them are in college right now, so when they come back, we'll talk to them. Jaden will be one of the guests on the show, so you'll be able to hear her story in full. But before we do that, and before we bring our amazing guests onto this show, I want you to remember JJ's story. Right? Let it be a reminder that no dream is too small. No obstacle is too big. So, here on Full Court Dreams, the Underdog's voice, we believe in the power of dreams. We believe in you. And this is why we do this. So, I just want to thank you for joining me on this episode, on this first episode. It's just the beginning, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see where this journey is going to take us together. Stay tuned, keep dreaming, and remember, this is the place where every underdog gets their voice. Until next time, keep chasing your dream.